surprised what some people would do for money. I mean, there's no limit to what some people would just do for money. Speaking from a woman's point of view, I know I have a lot to say.
Yes, indeed. What people do for money, child, and attention. This Queen Common Sense coming back to you from the Chi-Town, holding it down, remixing the Kakalaka Sticks. You know, I'm full on today. Okay. Oh, I, m- honey, I hope everybody is all right, enjoying their Friday night. It is officially 11:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am up here just perusing. You know how I do, and I stumbled upon, oh my goodness, Kiki. I guess she called herself doing some damage control. I don't know. I'm only assuming. I'm just, I caught a live, and she was interviewing with uh, a channel holder, uh, and it was a lot. And I really don't know where to start. She talked in so many circles, and there was so much to sift through with all the nuances to the circles that she was talking in. Um, I'm really disappointed in how we choose to represent ourselves when we have a one shot chance at a complete fumble or a complete uh victory. And it's just, it seems like this family of Wasteland Wander, Tisha, you know, her cousin, we've seen a few representatives, you know, and it just seems like they are self-defeatists. They're self-defeatists. They're very double-minded. Uh it seems like they have very low standards they've set for themselves, like, oh well, this is hope, this is it, this is what we have to offer here in Bessemer or Huntsville or wherever, and that's it. That's just where it is. Just raggedy, you know. I am speechless, which is rare. I'm just really disgusted at the display, you know. And I think the part that really just kind of threw me for a loop is how, like, Kiki really doesn't get it. Like, she's putting on like she truly does not get what the deal is with her sharing information about a season or portion. I don't care if it was 5 seconds before the show was aired, okay? Which means if you're talking to your mom, your sister, the neighbor, the sky, if you're talking to a tree out loud where it can be heard, that is sharing information before the show aired. It's just very plain. You know, she went all the way to Timbuktu on the Nile River and back. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit, okay? And I'm just gonna let it rip, okay? So, uh, this is a soundbite coming from the exclusive with giving you the real tea. Just the soundbite, giving you the real tea. Set the everything up on his own platform. He's got the tea. He really does. And like him or not, you know, he can pull it out. Okay, he can make it show up, whatever it is. And that's a very good gift, you know. So we're jumping right in here. I just kind of, barred up to see where Kiki pops in, and we're gonna just let it rip. We're at about 26 minutes and 58 seconds in. I kind of glazed past the fluff and circumstance. Here we go. Let's pee.
So right after he did that, he went live and said that she was lying or something like that, and felt the need to publish the conversation that me, him, and her had after she had already told him everything that what was going on.
Mhm. So you think he
So,
did it out of spite, like get back?
oh, absolutely, I know that. There's no doubt in my mind that he did it out of spite.
Okay, so I think we're talking about the barber. I think we're on the barber now. I told you I just jumped right on in there. Think this is the barber's situation and the menagerie that was brought up, the alleged menagerie or almost menagerie between Black Mamba, our the makeup artist, and somebody else. It was a menagerie that was about to happen, maybe happened, could have happened, possibly. I don't know, maybe so. And Black Mamba was it present when he shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it was not to oh well, they lying, so I'm gonna expose those lies. No, because I have yet to hear what the lie was. We didn't lie about anything.
Mhm.
People were blaming me. Actually, he had already told Sheba what had happened behind the scenes, and we didn't even know that he had shared it with other content creators at first, you know and she was alluding to certain things, and that just kind of had made everyone else have even more questions about what was going on. So you have these different content creators that he had already given information to about what my mom had discussed with him, and then I also discussed it with him after my mom told him. When he opened that box, and other content creators came out and they had all this stuff to say, and they were putting speculations and stuff out there, that made it a point to where we had to clear up information that was incorrect. So he said that we were lying about things, which we had not lied about anything. I think he was just looking for an excuse to go on and publish the conversation, because he wanted to do that anyway.
Well, my bad. Yeah. We already know who they're talking about. Okay. Fuck that fool. Kiki, honey, you don't have to respond to everything. You don't have to clear up nothing. You don't have to defend your stance if you are righteously defending, protecting, you know, uh standing firm. Everything doesn't that comes up don't have to come out, darling. Sometimes it's good to never miss a wonderful opportunity to shut the hell up. You know, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want, this is very upsetting, that you are this deliberately dense and you sat up on the reunion talking about your cousin is stupid. Somebody has to say it. Somebody have to say it. Kiki, come on now. You cannot possibly feel like, you know, you're in your right mind and body running your mouth this much. You talk too much. It's as simple as that, you know. If someone brings you a bone, no matter how, like, I don't know, I just move different, you know. You bring me a bone, you gonna barely hear me breathing. I'm be so quiet. Cause I know what that is when people come and just start downloading, but it's always one-sided. You don't say anything. Sip it. Okay. I have felt like I was gonna have a coronary listening to some stuff. People just start running their mouth. They're trying to trap me because I stay to myself. People always throw out snares to see if you will run your mouth. Okay. It got so bad in the neighborhood that I grew up in, you know, that I would make up little white lies to say, you know, as a kind of like a rebuttal or a blanket of covering, cloaking to protect my privacy. I would tell little, drop a seed here, drop a seed there, and test it to see how fast that moved around the streets. And same people all the time revealed who they are. The gossip mills, the you know, the pot stirs. And we all spill a little tea every now and then. We all be like, child, let me tell you what. Oh my God. You get it off your chest, you swirl around a little bit, and then you move on. You know, Kiki, you don't know how to let shit go. You know, you have to explain this, clear that up, stir it around, knead it in a nice little bowl. Everything does not need to be addressed. You know, you are just like Stormy did, bleeding all over social media again. You know, and this is your like third or fourth or fifth time doing this. You know, you got a few up on Gone Stormy. You know, just regurgitating your emotions, dumping on anybody watching on social media. And you know, for me, that's a little triggering because I'm not here for this. Like I'm not here to watch women, you know, have emotional meltdowns and uh jealousy quests to one up the next woman. Like I like to see things happening like they used to be on these shows. It's a bunch of cat fighting, mean girl club, you know, keeping up with the Joneses, flossing, flogging, hood boogery going on. Kiki talks too much. Okay, I'm done, y'all. Let's go.
because he wanted to be a part of and involved in the mess. So my mom, she did not come out and lie on him about anything. I don't even think she even said anything negative about him at all. We had not done anything to him. We had not done anything to offend him. We had not.
Shout out to giving you the real tea. He got the patience of Job up here.
Told any lies on him. None of that. So my thing is you say that we were lying. What you said, you put it out because we were lying. What was the lie that was told that made you say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna put this out because they lying? Okay, what was the lie?
Well, what exactly were you and Anthony, your mom, talking about specifically?
Okay, So after the entire, you mean in regards to the Houston trip, right?
Yeah.
After the
Now, I recall it was said to this particular person who they're discussing, you know, Miss Dawn Michelle told this person to stay out of it. I don't know if y'all remember. She said it herself. She advised this person to stay out of that Houston stuff and focus on his their own brand and building their platform, not surrounding messy. Okay. So an elder stepped in and did what they were supposed to do, advised the legacy under her properly. Sound, sage wisdom. Stay out of it. 4 words. And what look at where we are now. Let's go.
Houston trip, after everything had happened, I was upset with some things that had happened on the
Mm,
Houston trip.
mm,
And it was a myriad of things.
mm,
It was not just one person, it was a myriad. It was me being frustrated with production because I felt like they were trying to play me. It was me being frustrated and hurt over some things that Melody had said.
Listen, this is another thing I'm tired of with these people who are the most disgusting, feeble-minded, tacky, ill-mannered people always blaming either editing or production. Production can only produce the content that you share with them about you. Okay? Yeah, they can chop it, you know, tweak it, pinch it, rearrange it. Okay, yeah. But it's still the bottom line at the end of the hour is you behaving the way you're behaving. And they captured it. Period. That reminds me of a situation, you know, getting mad at production when I was modeling and I was getting, pretty decent gigs by this time. I was, oh, I want to say a good 2 years in, and I was, starting to get more exposure. And it was one woman that I had to do a shoot with, about once or twice a month, you know, to update certain things, and it was like a running ad or promotion or something for this particular label. And she was the most difficult person. Every photo, it seemed like that was, that made the cut, she blamed a photographer, and it was her. She was not taking care of herself. She looked like a skeleton, and it looked like her body was eating itself. That's how thin she was. You could see her ribs, bones. I mean, she looked horrible. And I don't know why they kept booking her. I think it was because she was a person of no color. They have privilege. They will lie. I mean, listen, talk about gaslighting. So she blamed the photographer all the time. Like, my pictures look horrible. You can't shoot. How come mine don't look like her? And I said, first of all, you're not a black woman. Second of all, you need a few rotisserie chickens and some hot water cornbread and some turnip greens, before you start talking about comparing photos. Get to looking like a human again first. Blaming the photographer because her pictures look horrible, but she wasn't taking care of herself. Withering away, starving herself.
Said to me, and it was a myriad of things.
mm,
So I vented to my mom and my grandma about what was going on. And after I did that, my mom ended up talking to Anthony, and
Mm,
she told him what I was upset about.
mm,
So with her sharing with him what I was upset about, and she swore him to secrecy, I wasn't even supposed to know that she had told him this.
mm.
I wasn't even supposed to know.
You wasn't even supposed to be talking about it to your mom, okay? Because if you think back, Miss Van has said it, like certain things I don't even know about Melody and the dynamic of the relationships of the different cast members and stuff. It's a whole lot of things that Miss Van doesn't know, and she said that herself in so many words. I'm paraphrasing, but I remember her, answering a question along those lines, like, you know, supportive mother, the relationship that Mel has with Miss Van, and how beautiful it is. And, Mel really had a great support system in her mom, which is a beautiful thing. And, they were like, well, does she vent to you about certain things, this or that? She was like, no, it's a lot of stuff I don't know. Of course, I sense things, can put two and I can connect the dots. That's my daughter, but it's certain aspects of whatever's going on each individual concerning Mel. Certain she don't know. She has no clue. So Kiki, she gets it. She just doesn't want to get it. She doesn't want to own it because she cannot take that shame of this is covert narcissism, y'all. Narcissists can be very sweet, very, charming. That's how they get you. Okay. I never really cared for Kiki's energy. I just don't care for her. It's, she's not, I don't think she's, uh, like I don't want to do nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? I just don't care for her. She's, she's, uh, she's too flaky. She's too flaky for me. That's dangerous. We see how dangerous it is. Okay. Kiki, you should not have said anything to your mother, period. Because we see where you get it from. You talk too much. So does your mom.
But when after she swore him to secrecy, he went online and he kind of alluded to things and put it out anyway.
Mm,
And so after he put it out, then Melody called me. This was the next morning. She called me asking me what was going on. Well, at that point in time, I didn't know because I had not spoken to Anthony at that point in time.
mm,
So after I got off the phone with her, I called my mom and I'm like, what, well, Melody just called me and she said, basically what Anthony said. And she was like, people are hitting me up, asking me questions, asking me what I did. And this is my brand and I don't play about my brand. And I'm not going to, stand for somebody trying to make me look a certain kind of way when I know that I didn't do the things that they're alluding to in the way that they're alluding to it.
mm,
So after me and her had that phone call, I called my mom and I told her, and she was like, Keisha, I'm so sorry. I got to be honest with you. I talked to Anthony about what you said. And I'm like, oh, mama, why you do that? You know? And she was just like, I'm sorry. I was upset, and, I was.
This is what I mean by emoting, emotionally bleeding all over the floor, acting out of emotion, speaking from your emotions, making your decisions through your emotions. This is what happens, you know, these huge, enormous, gigantic confabulations of nonsense, hot air, time wasting, circle talking mess. That's all it is. Okay. Kiki, let me repeat. You should not have said anything to your mother at all about it until after the show aired. Journal it. Put it in a journal. Okay? Write it all down and lock it up in a drawer somewhere. Everything that you go through that is a challenge to your emotions or critical thinking, you having problems processing it for whatever reason, should not come flying out of your mouth.
I was just I think I don't know if he called her or she called him, but they end up talking on the phone, and she
Hmm.
shared with him what I was upset about. It had nothing to do with, oh, we're gonna run back, or she's gonna run back and tell him the show. It was simply about me being upset and my state of mind, and she was worried and concerned about me and my state of mind in that moment. So she talked to him and vented to him out of frustration about what I was dealing with. But she didn't go to him on the tip like, oh, let me share this information about what's going on with the show and on the show with him. It was nothing like that. And that's how people try to make it seem. So after me and my mom had the conversation, then we had a call with Anthony, because by this time I'm in full damage control mode. Because
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, how can I possibly try to clear this up? Because I really don't even want to have to deal with something that is, so menial over something that wasn't even meant in that
Hmm.
way, you know. So that's what people hear when they hear the phone conversation between me, him, and my mom. They hear me talking to them about trying to come up with a game plan to try to brush this over until, at least until, the Houston episode airs and I can talk about it. And I said to him, after the episode airs, you can say whatever you want to say, but let this time pass, let it blow over into the episode airs, and then I'll get a chance to explain everything that's happened.
Here's the thing. You knew, Kiki, what went down between that blogger and Mel. She warned you. Oh, mm-mm-mm. Melody warned you about things you share with bloggers, content creators, and you decided you was going to still be cool with this same person who revealed themselves to be very toxic. Kiki is a covert narcissist.
Versus putting things out there prematurely, which opens up a whole cloud of, unnecessary smoke, and all these questions that can't even fully be answered yet.
So about that, where is, because this is what I heard. I totally heard all of that, Kiki, and I also did hear, and this is the thing amongst other content creators too, that it wasn't just Anthony that you and your mom told a lot of the things to. It has been said that it's been other bloggers, other content creators, and a couple of them then came out and even said, yeah, she may have told me this or told me this, that, and the third. What are your thoughts on that? Why do you think people are like? Because I know you said a couple of people are flat out lying about it. So let's start
Yes.
there. Let's start there. Are everybody lying about you and your mom leaking them information?
Yes, in a sense. Let me explain how, because this can be misconstrued.
Okay.
After, remember I said Anthony was the first person that my mom told this information to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she told any other content creators anything else, I'm not aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding of it, after she talked to him about it, he then went and talked to other content creators about what was going on. After,
I don't know, y'all. I can't take no more. I watched the majority of it live. I can't do it no more. Okay. Y'all tell me what Oh, tell me what you think in the comments. Please like uh this video, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Support the channel. I'll be going full uh monetization soon. Support the channel, Cash App, $ Queen with a W, 1971. Y'all, this is crazy. Here we are, Here we are, y'all. It's always somebody else did something. It's misconstrued. There's a misunderstanding. You're not understanding me. This is the song that never ends. It goes on and on, my friends. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I'm about to bounce. It is officially 12:18 in the AM Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going, watch my little murder mystery cold case files and stuff like that. I'm so tired of these people lying and gaslighting and backpedaling and waffling and pivoting. Kiki, you are a full-grown adult. You always talk about how grown you are, but you sound like a little high school girl. You behave like a little child going through puberty, still confused and lost, trying to find who you are. I really want Kiki to truly do her shadow work. Those childhood traumas run deep, you know, and it's very important to address those traumas because after our babies grow up and we start to age and things like that, it turns into bitterness and resentment. you know my mother never addressed her childhood traumas, and she emoted and bled all over her family. you know and my dad took very good care of her. He was quite a bit emotionally unavailable years later because my mom was never satisfied because she has not addressed her demons, her trauma. It haunt her to this day, and I am the only one that can put her on tilt like a pinball machine because I just tell the truth. I just tell her the things that, she complains about. I'm like, everything that you say you're unhappy about in someone else or in whatever situation, you create the problem and then you complain about it. Uh-huh. So, y'all, I love you. Thank you for supporting my channel. I am almost to 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. Drink your alkaline water. Get you some nice, juicy kiwis and a little bit of ginger. Sprinkle that on there. So got some natural antihistamines. Okay? Take good care of yourself. Relax. I'm trying to relax now too. I'm actually doing what I said I'm asking you to do because I have a lot of anxiety still stuck in my shoulders and my neck. So I am going to stretch some more, and I have my little uh Timu exercise bands, and I'm gonna do those. And we gonna process Kiki. I might have to come back with a part 2 on Kiki, but she's just not wanting to accept. The bottom line is that she should not have shared anything at all with anybody before the show airs. Mom, dad, Jesus, whoever. Okay. She's just not wanting to own that and really just sit in that. Is her mama like that? This is really sad, y'all. You cannot take ownership of your mouth and running it too much. Okay, y'all. So we're gonna be out. We're gonna be out. I can't take no more Kiki. Kiki, Kiki gets on my nerve. Good.
You'd be surprised what some people would do for money. I mean, there's no limit to what some people would just do for money.